DMO Online Television rates this program as TVMA. It is intended to be viewed by mature adult audiences, and may be unsuitable for children under 17 as it might contain strong political themes, gestures, and body actions.
All of the problems we have in Uganda are done, originate from Museveni's palace, and they are done by small killings of mafias. These people are like rapists, serial rapists. After raping you, they kill you.
I see.
You know, you where did these people go to school? Ivory is banned. Younger fish, if caught, is given to school. No, tell me what the Havana you were stupid because you're encouraging this. What if they test away? Katuwebe ngebyenyanja bito biwoma. Abana ne babuli abakitawo. Nti ebyenyanja bito dadi biwoma nnyo. Will you stop the market by giving them? No kiraba n'entwe yakyo. Direct of fishery. N'entwe yakyo kyogera mu byebirwanyisa ebyenyanja. Ayina ennyota ziri wano. Be balwanyisa ebyenyanja ku myalo. What are you doing? Museveni says no landlord can evict a tenant from his chibanja. Yes, Your Excellency. But if a landlord wants to sell his land, he consults the peasant, the tenant. What if the tenant has no money?
We hear the squatter is
and we also have a land fund that is in operation. I will give you people who have benefited by buying land in Uganda and who have gone to the land fund and be compensated. I have a list of them. Which means in Uganda the land fund is not properly utilized. It's only those who know about it and who are none Uganda. How long are we going to defend these people? We shall continue defending you. How long are we going to pick pigs in Noah's Ark?
Mbalamusizaako mwana gye musinzira okubanga mulaba TM Online Television mbeebaza gyonna gye mutuusaako engalo namusaamu ak'ensusso mwe banna bizinensi abatuwadde emirimu okubalangira ku mutimbagano gw'online oguliwo atanaba kulanga na TM nkujjukiza tembeera y'ensi engeri gyegenda yonooneka bizinensi yaddira ddala ku online tosemba mabega TM ye television y'online esinga okutuusa ekirango kye riba client ate ne basiima tulangira mu bwesimbu ate ku ssente ntono yenze Kanka kapita natuddeyo dda programu eno agitadde mu ssente ye Sheikh Hussein Kasolo. Sheikh angambye mbatuuseeko ekiramuso ekisinga obulungi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Abagambye nti mwenna ayina akaama kamwe naddala abantu abali emitala w'amayanja. Kubirako Sheikh Hussein Kasolo mu abatawaanyizibwa embeera y'emirimu n'okutereeza empapula naddala abanoonyeza obutuuze. Sheikh angambye nti ayina akaama ak'enjawulo ak'edduwa kagenda okukuba singa omukubira ku namba y'essimu eyo gy'olaba. Bannaffe abakyala nga toterera mu bufumbo nga naawe omubeezi yakulema okubanga ofuna nate abalala nga gwe obufumbo bw'ofuna tobunyweza. Yogerako ne Sheikh Hussein Kasolo akulombere edduwa. Bizinensi yaganye ne bagiggala kati bw'obanga oddayo kugula bizinensi yogerako ne Sheikh Hussein Kasolo mugulewo bizinensi ng'akuteereddemu edduwa ey'omukisa obeere ng'oyanguwa mangu okupiikinga okuva mu mbeera ya lockdown ng'oddamu okufuna ku kasente ate weeyagala okavalinga amabanja naawe nga bw'ofuna ozze n'abaana bo ku masomero n'ebizibu ebyenjawulo bikoleko Sheikh Hussein Kasolo ojja musanga ku namba y'essimu eyo. Na kino kankiyiseewo bw'oba toyina mulimo ng'otudde waka nga toyina byakkola nkufunidde omulimo. Omuntu yenna ng'okyali n'amaanyi ng'okyali muvubuka ekampuni gyensiiba nnanga eyitibwa Stone Roofing and Construction Company egaba emirimu eri abantu mwenna abalina obukugu bw'okuzimba. Newankubadde mulina obukugu kye tusinga okwesibako mu kampuni eno bwe bwesimbu. Omwami ayitibwa Nkoyo Yerisa Kiwana, director wa kampuni eyitibwa Stone Roofing and Construction Company, abawadde omukisa okubanga mugyegattako gwe wenna ayagala okufuna omulimu mbagirawo mukubire ku namba z'essimu ezo z'olaba naye nga weetaaga okubeera n'obufaananyi bwa passport bubiri ssaako okubeera n'ebbaluwa y'erosa esooka eyo yonna gy'osula n'okubeera n'ekyapa ky'endagamuntu yoba giyite photocopy ya national ID bw'obanga wakuguka ng'era olina n'ebiwandiiko ebikakasa ku mulimu gw'obuzimbi oba ku mulimu gwe wali agadde mu Stone Roofing and Construction Company gattako ebyapa byezo empapula zo oba photocopies z'empapula zo ez'obuyigirize mwenna nga lulimu esimbu kyekisinga obukulu kuba kampuni eno yekyerimu omuzimbi omusikawutu akyasinza okubeera omwesimbu bw'omukwasa omulimu gw'okukola so temutuswaza genda n'empapula ogende n'obwesimbu kubira kampuni ya Stone Roofing bakuwa omulimu ne woba tolina bukugu mulimu baŋŋamba waliwo abaayiga obuyizi nti kukola finishing aye talina bukugu bajja kusobola okuba nga bakuwa emirimu kakati nkuzigidde tonkubira kumpa ssente noonyeza famire ye obulungi bw'enaabeera oli neebaza n'omukutu mutuwagidde akaseera nga tubawagira kakati ke kaseera Stone Roofing ebatuyambeko ebatuweera emirimu kale genda ku Stone Roofing and Construction Company bebeere nga bakuwa omulimu mbagirawo
nze njagala kumanya this thing of Mailoland. Mailoland ejeyo
the problem you have I've written much about Mailoland. Me, I don't believe that we need a law. We don't need a law on Mailoland. The law is adequate. I have decided to compile President Museveni's directives on land.
You wrote that book, I remember.
I have 4 Museveni's directives. The only problem is that I keep some of the books I usually refer to in my vehicle, which is not around. I move with my brain, especially books I want to refer to immediately. Museveni, after visiting, Museveni started fighting land reform in 1989. And the Katikiro, Asemuogerere, ganged up with the Mengo government to frustrate Museveni. Museveni identified the problem in 1989. But the problem with Museveni, you cannot tell a rich man that you don't know how to use your money. Of course. I cannot say that Museveni uses bad political strategies when he has clocked 35. Mugambo Museveni creates problems for himself because he's sure that he will solve them. Museveni appointed Nantaba as minister. Nantaba, because what the president is not aware of over his allocation. All of the problems we have in Uganda are done originated from Museveni's palace, and they are done by small killings of mafias.
Yes.
All of the problems.
Now everyone agrees with that.
What is causing the trouble? In 1928, it was realized that Uganda had reduced growing cotton. Bosoga had surpassed Uganda. The governor, Crawford, instituted a commission of inquiry, and it came out with evidence. One, that the Baganda farmers were abandoning growing cotton because of the system. When a person group produced 10 sacks of cotton, which was not easy, the land owner could take 5. Could take 5. So this man did not see the fruits of his sweat. 2, Envujo. Envujo is kind in payment. So the governor came up with the 2 solutions. 1, no landlord could evict a tenant without the consent of the governor. It was impossible. Where could one get the governor? Because the governor was aware that the churches, the Anglican church, owns land, is a landlord. The Catholic church is a landlord. The Muslims is through Prince Nachibing, landlord. And the one who sold the landlords. And the Kabaka is a landlord. Plus these institutions that Mengo has grabbed. Kakati, governor yategeera nti nobody in Uganda can be fair in this case of land because they had divided Uganda into two groups, the serfs and the landlords.
I see.
And the serfs had protested. They did not create a riot against landlords, but they stopped growing cotton, which have attracted the attention of the governor.
I see.
So the second one was envujo that was being paid in kind was commercialized into 80 shillings. Shilling munana. Omwaka, irrespective of the size of the chibanja. Kakati a problem eriwo tine Museveni kimukwatiramu. Museveni naye yagula ettaka ekisozi. Besigye n'agula ettaka nani baganda. That's why Museveni cannot take the position of the governor. Why? He fears these formidable forces. He fears to antagonize the churches. He fears to antagonize the landlords. He fears to antagonize the soldiers who have also acquired land in Uganda under the same conditions. On addition to the traditional landlords, the 1,000, the churches, the Muslims, we have the Kabaka. We have now had other landlords who are not Uganda, who have taken advantage. So now it becomes a national issue. That's why Museveni wants to throw it to parliament. No, it is not the law which is inadequate. What did the governor do? The governor decreed. We can say the governor now, Museveni cannot decree, but there are areas. Museveni says, no landlord can evict a tenant from his chibanja. Yes, Your Excellency. But if a landlord wants to sell his land, he consults the peasant, the tenant. What if the tenant has no money?
We hear the squatter is given.
And we also have a land fund that is in operation. I will give you people who have benefited by buying land in Uganda and who have gone to the land fund and be compensated. I have a list of them. Which means in Uganda the land fund is not properly utilized. It's only those who know about it and who are non-Uganda.
Of course.
So a non-Uganda can easily buy.
And I'm just learning it from
a non-Uganda can easily buy a village, get a land title, sell it to the government at a high price.
I see.
Why is this land fund not publicized in Uganda? Because if the land fund is publicized in Uganda, we would just say any landlord who feels that he is tired of rearing peasants can come to government, we give you a government value and we give you money, you surrender the land title to government. The question would be, this is not nationalization because in other countries they have opted for nationalization. Museveni cannot afford nationalization when the Indians are coming back for their assets.
I see. So,
this inducement that a person, a man who has land like me, who has peasants, for us we fear to chase peasants because in my village there are witches.
The squatters.
The squatters. Kakati, chobola mu byalo tibiriyo nnyo. Biri mu Mpigi muno ne Wakiso. That's why the plot in Mpigi eri ku million 3 ne Buluweero. Ngente bwe ziva eringa bwe twasomanga Botswana. Tumukunde used to do it. He used to buy cheap cows, nazitwaleka nga nazifeeding and nazitunda one. They want milk to come here. But who will buy this milk? You evict Baganda tenants who are here.
If you just them off their land,
business where will they go?
I see.
Kakati, you don't need a law. What you need, I attended the meeting where President Museveni, during the Commonwealth meeting, met the then Prime Minister Gordon Brown. He raised the issue. Gordon Brown told him, we cannot give you a fund specifically for buying land from landlords. Because Museveni argued, you created this problem for us, we don't have money. Gordon Brown said, if we start solving Uganda's problems, we had so many colonies which have been dragged in many battles, and Britain will not have that money. What we can do, we can include give you money through bilateral arrangements and use the money to compensate. I think this could be the one, the money. We have oil resources that being plundered and wasted here today. Why don't we have a fund? Because it can work this way. The peasants will say, as long as we have this fund, where those who are tired of rearing peasants can come and get money, then nobody can evict a tenant. Because instead of you want money now, what if we say that we have created a fund for cattle, to buy cattle from cattle farmers, that anybody who believes that for him, if you say no cow shall be sold before delivering, so that we make sure that we maintain a large stock in our country, we can create a fund. Noga gwaine ente yeggwako gyoyagala okutunda jangu mu gavumenti tugigule tugiteeke ku faamu yaffe. Instead of selling ente neyeggwako kubanga bazitunda nga baavu, omuntu natunda ente yeggwako lwa bwavu, mubbi n'agitunda. Kati if you want to stop cattle theft, you can say a person who wants to sell his cow before maturity can come to government to send. You solve the issue. Secondly, if you have a fund that a person who wants to sell his coffee before it matures, omanyinti mu byalo batunda ebimuli n'emiyembe bagitundako
akwata bimuli kasakimulisa
nebimulisa n'atwala. This is an area of state intervention in a peasant economy like ours. Kakati singa tugamba nti ebyennyanja mbagamba bulijjo, there are two mistakes about to fish, younger fish. The Congolese want younger fish, amakalabu, but they don't want to fish from Lake Victoria kubanga river Congo mulimu obwennyanja bwali bukulanga nsonzi naye misota era bw'osanga ejjuba bwe busanga luddawa. Kakati the Congolese want tilapia. What do you do, younger tilapia? Encourage private farmers of fish.
Give them a fund.
Ebyennyanja byabwe nga biki? You come, you witness them when somebody is fishing. Lock the container, the refrigerated lorry, stamp it that this man is coming from his farm, and he closes the body. Don't spend money on fighting younger fish on a wreck. The amount of money you are using, why don't you invest in private farmers?
I see.
Like this man, Sekalala, Emajiji, Aina, Kubanga, ebyennyanja birya kalimbwe wa nkoko, ebyennyanja birya byenda bya nkoko. Kakati yaina. Instead of spending soldiers who would be doing, preventing, you put them on a wreck to fight. Envubembi, you keep a battalion on a wreck. What's the solution? Envubembi evudde kuki? Envubembi evudde ku demand eri Congo.
I see.
Nti abakongo bagala byannyanja biki?
Bito.
Ate bwe bamala nze wemba sekerera abasajja. This is why I cannot work with the government again. No, I want to research. I want my research. Look, if in order to stop poaching on ivory, no elephants, any ivory found with the poachers is banned. It's not taken, it's banned.
I see.
Once it's confiscated, it's banned. Kakati otunulira abasajja bano abasiru abali mu kulwanyisa ebyennyanja. Bwe bakwata ebyennyanja ebituuka babiwa amasomero. It means they are edible. Naye busiru kibuno. Where did these people go to school? Ivory is banned. Younger fish, if caught, is given to school. No, tell me what the Abana Bama, you are stupid because you're encouraging this. What if they test well? Katawebe gave Yanja Vitobi warm. Abana never would have a chitaw. Njabinyanja Vito that be woman you. Will you stop the market by giving them? No, Chinaman to Yacho, direct of fishery. Then to Yacho or Gram, everyone you say Yan, I name your city one. Never when you say Yanja Kumia. What are you doing? Because if it is a band,
imagine.
Oito gamba bana bodo bakanti bane temubba enva zino ku makya zitaddemu obutwa ne muzirya ate ku mawulu bategera ekyobutwa olimba kubanga ezirimu obutwa bwaliyiye enjibwe era kakubuulire why should people government spends money mbu tugenda okulaba abasajja abalima emwanyi wezange zizi bamutayimbwa mu mutwe kuba you stupid leka omulimi atwale emwanyi ku store bazigobe
nti zino substandard
yes
kolera gwiri ku kyuma gaye ziri bweziti
muzigobye emwanyi zagundi bakoze eki bazigobye they not do it
abalimi bonna ne bategeero
yanogambisa amagezi ge bakola nti baziyiwe bafune short production emwanyi eri ayiwa bamutayimbwa mu mutwe kisajja gwe nkuttire ewange kuba bano abantu president ye bw'aba akola ebintu bino tamanyi nti bano bafere Museveni believes in honesty omuntu atali mufere bamubba nnyo tekakati lwo odire tya post bank nojiwa kusasanya sente z'emmere eyina branch ezimeka
boine motoka
anti ina branch ezimeka packages zirirudawa
n'amabaluwa
n'amabaluwa galirudawa it's not there even if because normally bw'obanga kwa account yange nina koloni ne bakusasula nezisa kwa account yange bazikwatirako kakati sente za government zibalesa abantu okulya kubanga yina amabanja yenna banja ali wakulwero abayiso bamukutte ne media gye bawase no I smash your head I protect because for me when somebody forces me to tell the lies I feel like somebody is sodomizing my head. I see it as a political homosexuality. That somebody can direct me to tell lies, whether giving me money or not, giving me money to tell you, and you correct the mistake. Kakati bwebali bagala okubba sente z'obugaali. They used Ekadaidi in India. I see. Not going through the official that we are manufacturing bicycles. Not Raja. Not Hero, not Rale, but they identified the Akadei. We even here around Narukolo. Yes, Museveni Ulimutu. The president brought a man who was making bicycles, and they told him that the man assembles near a Zoyogerako. Museveni never got even if this man uses water, our water, a bicycle is the one. Where are the bicycles? Where is the assembling factory of bicycles that Museveni encouraged? The man was given land in Narukolongo, Ziriwa. Ettaka yalisunda Danatima. Because there is no monitoring. So when they wanted to steal bicycles, they used Kadeidei. When they wanted to steal money for Katosi Road, intended for Katosi Road, that first that created trap for Yanda and the bank over the maybe under in nature. Kind of a new version, arrest Yanda. One day, Akasaja Kukadi is to you Mukato. Bajaka, I want to very Kayola, take coming into vision in Kalivam. Bajaka Kwateku Farm Yako, Bajitund, Kasasulibi under the Saint Zamugenda. Kakati, Kolo, Bakosa housing finance. Have you ever seen a housing finance involving in financing road construction? No. Never zip. A guy Kadeidei. Baba na base they ambitious institution defunct when they wanted to steal money on the construction of workers' house. Bareta Alconi alleging that Alconi is a Kenyan company. When the then Secretary of National Security Fund Kkwo challenged them and acquired a team of lawyers. One of them was the Chibachi's Attorney General, and they found out that they were losing the case because they had perused through the registration of companies in Kenya, and Alconi was nowhere. Second, his contract was not renewed by the then Minister of Finance, Chiwanu Kamali. Never. Bam na jayo bukalu bindi wenengala. Omanyolo mara kukoza. This is para rapist. Serial rapist. After raping, they kill you. I see. Kachaba mara kukoza sani ntwe you know yo mukazi bamu koza no bukalu bindi we. Maria Chiwanuka. Nibagobe mbwa. Katuba kubira kama bagobe mbwa. Polida. Chiwanuka bagobe mbwa Maria Chiwanuka na jalonda omusajja esikire nte yafwa. najja ku board wanudde ekiwanuka lupe oyo ekiwanuka oyo omukazi wanudde bajja kutunda ebintu I'm telling you because for me I've seen changes. When I read my book I wrote in 2011 I predicted the Zuma's problems and I suggested yes I said that when you look at the situation as it is, even leaders who have surrendered the power willingly have been
subjected to
humiliation. Why? Look at Nabanja. Nabanja, within a very short time, is a household name. Nabanja is more known than Coca-Cola.
Now,
within a very short time.
In Uganda?
Yes. I remember Kiyonga. When Kiyonga also was secretary, was the Minister of Finance. All of the cities used to be called Kiyonga.
Crispus.
Hey.
Remember that?
I remember during a minister time, when I mean alleged that the then Minister of Health, Wakweya, had stolen the government money. Every chief in the village was called Wakweya. Then there is a man, General Blair, who came to appeal for the release of a man who wrote about the white pumpkin was called Blair. He claimed that Blair went to him when he was drunk. So in my village, the beer became Blair. Mpayo Blair. Nabanja within a very short time is a household name. Why? It means that if Nabanja had come in another government, this government would be, the former leaders would be in trouble. Do you understand what I'm explaining?
I'm trying to.
That if Nabanja, if we had a change of government, where Museveni's government was removed, was defeated, and the new government came with the policy Nabanja is harming, within a very short time, this government, the new government would be popular. Museveni would be in trouble.
I see.
Because Nabanja is not using additional funds, Nabanja is not highly educated, but Nabanja is cleaning what we call political inertia. Nti ategedde obubi we bukola ki? Era endulu zivuze. This would mean this is a wake-up call for President Museveni. Nti abantu bakyakwagala naye ababbi bano bebeetage even if Museveni is a fisher woman within a very short time because he is touching ekiwundu wekiri is tackling corruption. Abantu bakoze eki
bakubye endulu
ekyo kyekiri ku bakulembeze kye balina okumanya nti Levi Patrick mwana wasa bwe yajja yataninga using anti-corruption crusade against each. Abantu bakuba mu ndulu. Sente muzikomyewo. Sente bazibba. Amayumba gaabwe mugatu. No one bwekibeera.
I see.
Ababyenyama, ababyenyanja, ababyekyo omusajja government investigations, allegations.
Akakiiko.
Endulu zivuga.
I see.
Kyobera Bobby Wine. Bobby Wine came from nowhere. Bobby Wine bwe bamuvuma oyo muyimbi oyo muyayi kakati kano kana nakyo wala the only thing Museveni could give her nga tetejaka Bobby Wine yakabo kulunabuwanika advised. If you have been a minister's role is to advise the president.
Of course.
I advise the president to protect the constitution and help me God. But if you have failed as a minister when you are close, you attend the cabinet, are you going to advise the president
from a distance
when you are in a peripheral job? No. You would respect your heads and go home.
I see.
Because a woman who has failed to influence her husband or to impress her husband when he's still in marriage, is he going to do it when he's away?
No.
Ministers who attend cabinet meetings like Karolo Kurutu, how could they accept to be advisors?
Imagine.
When initially it was your role at close range. I advise the president to support the constitution and help me God.
Even so against the same.
Is it an extension? If you have failed to advise the president and you have been found wanting, so this is a death penalty. You are gradually moving towards your political grave. Omanyi omuntu bw'afa bw'alwala bamuteeka mu ddiiro bw'afa ne bamufumya ne bamuzinga ne bamutwala mu kofi kati
atandise mpola okufuluba avudde mu lusenga ali mu ddiiro
to the grave kakati kyobulaba nze nagaana okugendayo because as press secretary and spokesperson of the president, I was the high-ranking advisor of the president on media.
At close range.
Kakati bwekiba kinnemye ate nfuuka ati advisor on media.
In the presidential office.
How?
Akweze mu office.
When I failed. Omuliro gulemye okuggiisa ekintu nga gukirinaanye. Kakati ate okyongezayo bwongeza.
Mpulira.
What? But these people don't understand it.
Let's conclude on this matter of land. Ebintu bino bigenda kuggwera.
Anti Museveni is not addressing the real issue. Has been made to believe the question is Mairo land. What about the Bafere who sell air, who forge titles, not on Mairo land?
And these titles come from official government spaces.
They created a special desk or court for land cases. Why are they not moving? 3, what's the problem? As I've told you, that the people from Western Uganda are selling small pieces of land
to buy large chunks in Uganda.
2, they want to establish farms near to reduce costs. Because how much money do you use
to transport
from Mumbalala?
And of course, transport milk.
Yes.
Cup of milk that costs 1,000.
Another important thing, this village where we are calling this interview, many of people who came here, they settled here, had been living where they constructed the new airport. They were adequately compensated and they left. The problem in Uganda is that these people who are buying land don't buy it for development. That I'm buying a plot to construct a house. They buy villages, divide them into small pieces and resell.
Yes.
Which means they must use market tricks to avoid the adequate compensation for the peasant. They go to court and the judges, what will the law stop the judges, the corrupt judges, to pass to evict tenants? At the time, tenants, bona fide tenants, are classified as squatters in order to evict them because the law does not protect them. 2, land cases are fixed.
Wama, you say that big difference between a small landowner and a squatter.
Yes.
They normally say those are squatters.
The Constitution states any person who was found sitting on the land 12 years before the Constitution of 1995 was promulgated is a bona fide tenant.
I see.
Kakati bano abasenze bwe bagenda mu kooti baloya babafuula ba squatters abalamuzi ne balya ssente baloya bapuwa babagula abagagga bamanyi okudya ne bagamba nti katugenda kusiba kyalo. Then they face the village well. Whoever cuts the singing to get access to water is arrested by the police, charged with malicious damage of property, and the corrupt judges sentenced them to years. Kakati bamala okujjamu baringiriitazi mwena abafootola abalala bwe bajja bafuna kooti order, zero destruction. Nakuba amayumba gonna n'agajjawo olaba kuba kyaki bakuba amayumba gonna ne bagajjawo. Even if you go to court, where will the evaluation? The house has been the visibility. Musoni atugambe nti ajogoba abantu mutako abasenze bava bumwerwaneko olabe embwenji olabe mitayimbwa
teme kulinda teeka
nkugambye teeka si ye Yesu. Museveni appointed Nantaba bamulemesa to the extent tibali bagati yasoma bwe kyabalema Nantaba bamuwabira mu court for flouting court cases yatandika n'omusala gwe ne bakukwatirayo. Who helped Nantaba?
I see.
Let us have a debate on this. The problem these people have, some people are waiting for Museveni abaka parliament abawe send to support the law. Nenga bwana amarobo wa sending abaka Museveni yabye Ettaka. Olo fa abatalidde to defending because that's their side. Abali decent tebogera. Mbufe tujje. Doesn't he have a job? Which job are you talking about? Doesn't he have a car? Which car are you talking about? Is it mine? Is it in my name?
I see.
No, this is a facilitator tool.
What happened to the findings of the Bamugemereire Commission?
Is a lawyer. A lawyer is a judge. A judge cannot implicate fellow judges.
I see.
I cannot rely on Bagemereire's report. No, I cannot because he has. You see, A political scientist like me, when I have a problem, I look at it from a political point of view. A government must not snatch from the population.
I see.
Government teba byabantu. Eneba tax. Neba tax. Neba nyama. Neba chi. Nti abantu babasigalewo basirevuzi. Bano bebaba wasente. Bajja tuwa n'ekipande. We shall get bipandes to go to a bus owner. Tijana nyini bus for agala tufura ba makanika be. Agala tufura ba conductor be. Agala kutufura. Kubanga a process works for itself. If we are going to have buses, yes, as an oil producer, we must depend on cheap diesel. Kakati, gwe, taxi Kenya bazu we miaka eji. Stop them where they are coming from. Ne border bweziri. If you are not going to have borders in the future, stop them from coming. Ne border ampama tuzijja ko musoro. Neba ane baga tuzikuta okwata zani. Abantu bajja kwekyawa. Why is a contradiction? You are not developing a wheel. Amawanga Japan lye gwanga tocho kyekibuga ekyali kisinga mu borders temukyali. Bajja bazifeezinga ki out and to make them expensive. Kati border bana zibayina sibwe buno. No, nayo yebinisa wa Kampala yagamba borders pollute the air in Kampala. Ate mu sababu ziye wasula yoki. No mulaba nuko nayo mukazi kuba somachi. Wasoma kabini. What type of a minister to reason? Namubuza nti if borders are polluting the air and the air is moving, is not fixed. What about Mukwano's factory? To be made pollution gweteka mu Kampala. Ngeri mu kibuga. Nenga yagala zive mu no oyo bajja kibuga kati we bamuyola kibuga kansala we kibuga. How can you remove a councillor from kibuga to become minister of Kampala? Mukaba obyakola. No. Tosobola. Ye yayogera. So I'm just realizing ekintu kino muzeeyi eky'ettaka kigenda kutwala enseno anti kyebagenda omukola nti ababaka ba parliament bagenda mulyako ssente etteeka liyite kakati bwe naayita abaganda bagezi abaganda bakuleka n'okiyisa naye ng'obusungu bwe bataddewo olabe kakati bwanaamala oddiisa bali bayawadde ssente ffe baatawa ajja kutusuubira tujje tukidifendinge fe bakuba amayumba gaffe fe abasula mu byalo kubanga bo balowooza nti fe tetulya ssente. I cannot defend the bompa ssente mmanya ekitagenda kukola. Amin did exactly the same. In 1975 Amin abolished Mairoland. But when he left it kyaddawo buzi kubanga akati goboga nti ebusoga what is the problem in Busoga bikajjo nti ba middlemen omuntu yali badde yetwalira bali ba manufacturers abakola sukali be bali gambi nti tetusobola kugula bikajjo naye abasobola okugula ebikajjo bebingi okubituleetera nga bw'ogamba nti owende beemu tasobola ku exportinga mwanyi bweru naye walina okubaawo store. Naye bano kye baakola baagenda mu bayindi era bava buli obubbi ababbi akabasokagamba mbu 50 square miles era baprotectinge ne bagamba nti buli atunda ebikajjo alina okuba ne license. How can you have a middleman mu bikajjo? Abasoga ne bakyawa Museveni is one of ne bagamba nti eyo factory eri ngoyingira mabira ya mutabani we. How long are we going to defend these people? Nga petwalike batuwa. We shall continue defending you. Nga bajja ne bakuliyako sente, babaliyako sente. Bo bajja ne bapa mafe tukirininge. Tuli Mbizzi. Mbizzi yakirininga nga ichumba ya Nuwo. How long are we going to pick pigs in Noah's Ark?